So a couple of weeks ago I did a poll on this channel and I asked, what's the thing that you struggle with most? Is it the technical stuff, how you set up your camera, finding your compositions, finding locations? And one of the things that surprised me was people seem to struggle with finding new locations. And I don't really get that, what's wrong with the location you often go to? And that's what I want this video to be about how you can chew out a location to the bone, You see this place that I am right now, it's National Park de Maasduinen, and I've been here maybe 50 times, 60, I don't know, but I've been here a lot. And every time I come here, there is something different, There's a little bit of fog around here. I'm expecting a beautiful sunrise. Like this tree here behind me, a little bit of fog around it, autumn colors. So if you struggle with that, just change your seasons, Go to locations in different seasons. Because areas will change. Go in the evening, go in the morning. There are lots of different ways to access the same area. And like this location, I've been here so many times and still I enjoy it every time I get here. And especially because I know this is a fog magnet, When there's fog announced, just a little bit of chance, it's always here. So that's why I'm back here today. I don't have much time, but I do want to explore this area in a different season. It's autumn now. I've got the gloves on for the first time this season. It's really cold. I think maybe 3 or 4 degrees. But I'm actually looking forward to see if I can find some shots today in an area like this, where I've been so many times. So what do I look for when I come to an area that I've been so many times? Now, I always look for things that have changed, like the colors of these trees here. If you look in the background there are a lot of these yellow-orange trees in the background. And sometimes a tree falls over. Like this morning, I'm just looking for patches of fog that are around this area, For example, if you look behind me here, and you would use this tree with that tower that's just next to it. I don't know which side it is. Let's have a look. I think it's right over there. If you position that right, you can get a really nice portrait-oriented shot. But there's no fog and there's no color. So this shot will be here any time of the year. So that's why I skip this shot and I just continue on to look for different things that are not here usually. So let's see if we can find some of that. So I did find my first composition here, and let me show you on the camera here what I'm looking at the moment. And you see that there is a lot of layers in this image. This is only around due to this fog, and that's why I look at an image like this. And there's more fog coming in at the moment, so really good thing. But that's what I'm looking for, things that aren't there usually. And for a composition point of view, this is also nice. I think I will crop this to a square, so I'm not too bothered by this section. But why I don't go a bit further to the left, you can see if I pick up the camera and go this way. Let's put you down for a second. You can see that there is another tree appearing behind this one. And I didn't fit it in the frame that nicely. So when I move back, you can see that this tree disappears behind the other tree. And I think that's actually pretty nice. So I'm gonna take this shot really simple. I'm shooting it at a low aperture because I just want it to be really sharp, and this foreground and this background are really hazy, and it doesn't matter if it's not that sharp in the fore and background. So It's all about these trees. Let's have a look at the settings. I think f5.6 is more than enough, ISO 200, and that gives me 1/25th of a second on the tripod. The sun isn't up yet, but who knows, maybe we'll have some nice colors in the sky. I don't know, but first image in the pocket. So now I moved a little bit further to the left, so I was about 3 meters over that side. Now I moved a little bit further, and now this left tree of the last image is going to be my main subject of the image. So it's a lot of empty space with leading lines or at least layers in the image, and it just works, you know. And you can see that all these trees on the left side here, these are disappearing, and there's a couple of layers in the foreground, and this tree is going to be the main subject of this image. So it's going to be really moody, really atmospheric. Not much color in it, but it doesn't matter, you know. But this fog is making the image, so it's just enough. It's not too much, not too little, just enough to give a little bit of atmosphere. And yeah, it just looks really nice. There's one more piece of advice that I would like to give you if you are going to an area like this where you have been so many times. Just try to force yourself to take different routes. You know, this is the same area as where those little lakes are, where I often go when it's, you know, really foggy in summer days. It's just a couple of 100 meters to the back, but there are actually 3 places you can park your car here, and just force yourself to try and stop on a different parking lot, access from a different angle, walk around different paths all the time. You know, that's something that I just really often do. I just walk through the same area, but I always take different routes, different paths through it, just to make sure that I can find some new compositions or interesting compositions. So I think we will be able to find a couple of them from the top of this tower here. I've been here before, but usually when it's foggy I start at those little lakes, and today I decided let's make some advantage of this fog and search for new compositions on this side. So I can already see one over here that might work, so I'm gonna set up the camera and see if this is gonna be a shot. The composition that I was seeing just isn't working right, not the way that I have it in my mind, just because the space between the top of this tree that I'm seeing and the horizon isn't big enough. So there's one solution, and that is to get up there, and hopefully I can make some bigger space above this tree. So let's head up to this tower. Oh, there's some beautiful colors appearing in the sky here above this tower, and some really nice composition. So I'm quickly going to put on the right lenses and see if I can include some of this stunning sky into an image here in some kind of way. So this light in the sky is only appearing for a couple of seconds, so I do want to get a shot of it, you know, but it's actually really difficult to find a nice composition from up here. Now if you look down here, you can see there's this large, I think someone has mowed it with a lawnmower or something, but it just doesn't look natural in any way. So I'm trying to exclude that, but to get the sky without this, it's a bit difficult thing. So I was thinking pano. So I'm taking a large panorama here. Let me try to show you the frame that I've been working on. I'm going to increase the exposure a little bit so you can see what I'm doing, but I had to underexpose quite some bits to make sure that the sky isn't being blown out. So I'm going to start over here and then sweep to this side. So you will see this path running over here and then continue through to this side. And then you can see this path again running into the back over there. So it's going to be a bit like this. And then all these layers and all these layers and this beautiful colors in the sky. And yeah, right now I'm just thinking, what am I going to do? Am I going to wait up here, or I don't have an idea yet, you know. The sun is just behind that cloud there. So it might be worth waiting and see what will happen if the sun gets over it and hits all this beautiful fog in these forests, you know. It might create some magical atmosphere. And I actually shot a really, really great atmospheric shot here maybe 2 years ago from this exact same spot. So I will show it to you now. And it was this perfect golden light, and I think that was shot in the beginning of the year, maybe March or something. And right now it's November, so the sun is in a different position. And that's also a good reason to go back to the same area. Not only seasons change, but the position of the sun changes. You know, if I look right over here, right now the sun is rising in that direction, but in summer the sun is actually rising right over there. So you get a completely different angle. In summertime you get side light over here in the morning, but right now you are getting how do you say it? The sun behind your image. You're shooting straight into the sun. And yeah, just look behind me here. There's more and more haze appearing, and usually happens just before the sun is rising. When the temperature is rising a little bit, yeah, all this fog appears even more than it was there. So I'm gonna wait here until the sun is coming from behind this cloud. It isn't gonna take long anymore. And then hopefully we will get some beautiful atmospheric image here. So sorry for not showing you every shot until now, but the light over here, just look behind me. It's amazing, amazing golden colors. And I'm taking that same pano again, and I zoomed into a couple of spots to make some nice images here. And look behind me, everything is gone into this fog. And I'm just thinking, how much time do I have left, you know? About an hour, because this is going to be a cracker of a morning, I can tell you that. But this fog might disappear really fast also. So yeah, just taking advantage of it all at the moment. And the sun is just, oh, it's so magical at the moment. You know, you can just include the sun in your frame because it's a little bit softened by those clouds. And I'm going to make advantage of that. You know, you don't have much opportunities where you can include the sun in a frame. I'm taking high-res shots, all high-res shots at the moment, just getting the maximum out of it. You know, you don't have to be afraid for flare, even with a bright sun in the frame like this. I can even overexpose it a little bit to make sure I get all this beautiful atmosphere in an image. Oh, stunning, absolutely stunning. I'm just doubting, shall I put on a larger telephoto and isolate things, or just go wider or go down? And one of these mornings again. So like I told you a few weeks ago, you know, I try to make different content without any fog, but I don't know, it just seems to attract me. I don't know what it is. So if you ever want to have some fog on your holiday, just come to the Netherlands, you know. I think I have had 50 days with fog this year, maybe. At least a little bit of fog. But yeah, absolutely magical conditions once again. So yeah, I'm gonna stop talking to you and make advantage of this. So right now there is so much fog around. You can see that all this golden light is gone. So it was a maybe 5-minute window where I could take these golden light images, and now I'm thinking, what next? You know, I had the same thing a couple of weeks ago where the fog kept coming and going, and now I haven't been in this area with so much fog. Usually I start in the back and then walk to this side, and by the time I arrive here this fog is gone. So I'm gonna stick around here for a little bit, yeah, see if I can isolate some of these trees. I found 2 of them in the back there that are a bit diagonal in the frame, but I was just a couple of seconds too late. There was a little bit too much fog for my taste already in that shot, so you couldn't see that light anymore. So yeah, I did need the 100 to 400, but yeah, like I said, I wanted to make maximum advantage. So first I used the 40 to 150, took different shots, took that panel again, isolated things, and then I thought, let's zoom in a little bit further, but then the fog was already here. So yeah, I think I'm going down. There's no use to staying up here at the moment, and maybe I can find some nice shots when I'm back down here. So I found a real stunning shot over here, and it's just that the sun is peeking through this clouds and this fog at the moment. So I got a really nice composition, and I can include the sun in the frame without overexposing anything. You know, this doesn't happen that often, and there are actually 2 people walking in the back there. If they stand still for a second, it would be nice. Maybe I can include them in the frame, I don't know. Maybe it looks nice as sort of balance, or 2 people walking in this mystery land. You know, oh, what an amazing conditions. So let me show you this shot here. So you can see those people walking here on the side. I think they are walking too fast. will take a quick shot with them in the frame. You know, I can do this, you know. I can take a shot like this, but yeah, just look at the composition. And what I like about a frame like this is that this tree is completely separated from the other one. So if I move a little bit to the left or a little bit to the right, this tree will intersect with other trees. That's what I try to do. I try to look for a position where I could use it. And actually, if I go a little bit to this side, I might be able to get some separation between those right trees. But you can see now this tree over here is separated from this one, but the sun is behind that leaf. Yeah, compromises, you know. It's a bit tricky to find the right position here, but I think the position where I was in right now, it just looks really nice, and it might end up like a 1x1 or something, but yeah, I'm gonna find some more trees where I can get this sun in the frame, you know. Really, really nice. What a morning. Totally unexpected, but I'm taking it. So I've attached the polarizer here to the camera, and the sun is just peeking through at the moment, and I found a really nice, oh, that was a dog screaming, but but I just found a really nice yellow birch tree or silver birch tree. I never know what's called in English, but over on the back side, but I don't know if it's enough on a composition wise, you know, but yeah, I just like the shot, and I'm using the polarizer to make these colors a little bit more vibrant, you know. Like I said, the colors are a little bit dull for autumn at the moment, but I'm just trying to make the most of it, you know. So this is the shot that I'm framing up. You can see one silver birch tree on the right, one leaf, and a big trunk over here, what I'm using, and it's way over there, so I'm using the 100 to 400 to just isolate this section. And there's another section right over there with a lot of branches without any leaves on them, and there's one in there that still has some leaves. So I'm just shooting a couple of different frames, you know. It's really difficult to find a composition with those autumn leaves in it, but I'm just trying to make them a little bit more like it's art, you know, a little bit more abstract. And I don't know what worked out. I put some horizontal ones, some zoomed in ones, some portrait ones. Just trying some stuff, and hope they worked out, but I'm not quite sure. So if these shots worked out, then these are the shots. So I guess with those last shots I will end the video. You know, all the fog magically disappeared within 5 minutes. And yeah, my time is up. I have some obligations later today that I have to go to. And yeah, the funny thing is I was walking past this little pond over here, and over the past 2 years we experienced some extreme periods of dry here in the Netherlands. And this has been empty for 2 years, and look now, you know, it's completely filled up again due to all this rain that we had over the past few weeks. And there's even lily pads in them, so nature recovers really fast. So that's a good thing to see. And yeah, I might get back. And if you look down here, there are a lot of droppings from deer or rabbits or stuff. So I think this is a real popular place for them to have a drink or something. So yeah, good to see that. So hope you enjoyed today's video. Yeah, like I said, totally unexpected. I just thought I have about an hour and it's the only day that's dry in the past week. So I thought, let's go out, and then magical experience. So thanks for watching. Hope you liked it. If you did, please push the thumbs up button. You massively help this channel, and leave a comment underneath the video. I always respond. You know, as long as this is still a quite small channel, I will try to respond to everyone. And please push the subscribe button. If you do, you will massively help me. There's also a notification bell. If you push that and select all on the little notification bell, you will get a message when I release my next video. And it's totally free, so you don't have to worry about anything about that. So hope to see you next time. Thanks for watching, and bye bye.